lovelies, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Lily. I am a 25-year-old zero-based cash budgeter and stuffer up in Maine. I have been doing the budget by paycheck method of cash budgeting for 4 years now, and this system has provided me with the tools to pay down debt and to purchase my home that I live in now with my boyfriend and our 3 dogs. And we do all things cash budgeting over here, so if any of that sounds like content that may interest you, I sincerely hope that you consider hitting that subscribe button and sending some support my way. But happy Salary Sunday, everyone. How are we doing? How are we feeling? You already know I am feeling so good. I am so stinking excited. This is my favorite video to film. The aftermath, just getting done, unstuffing, transferring over to my high yield savings account, paying down my bills. It just feels so good, and I cannot wait to get right into it with you guys. So we are going to start. I do sell my digital planner in my shop. If you guys are interested, I have a couple different color schemes and styles and patterns and stuff. This is just the one that I've been using recently. And for my unstuffing, I just use the notes page. And this is where I just write down all the things that I'm going to be unstuffing. I feel like it's usually not this full, but since like last month or the month before, I started pulling out all the cash that was in a lot of my categories. Like, I don't wait until it hits a certain dollar amount, like 50, 100, 500, whatever, before I put it into my high yield savings account. Sorry about that. I noticed over obviously like 4 years of doing this system that I was more likely to, if I had like extra cash in the envelope, like from like a buffer for say electric or heat or something like that, I was more likely to spend that and be like, it's extra. I'm building up a buffer. I don't need it right now. I'm not going to need it next month necessarily. So I would just grab a 5 or a 10 here and there for whatever I needed that I hadn't budgeted for. And obviously that's not the best. So I noticed if I pull the majority of the cash out of those bigger envelopes or categories and bring those to the bank, obviously, not that I can't spend them, but I'm much more less likely to. So it's just easier for me to do that, and it's more like effective for me to do that. Anywho, we're gonna start with the unstuffing, condensing some things here and there, the things that are staying in here, but the bills for my bills is what we are starting with. So I need $424 for my mortgage. I don't have the totals written out here because some of them are variable. I'm not entirely sure how much I need for some of them, especially like what's going to Ally. So a lot of my bills I do just personally have my numbers memorized. But okay, so mortgage, we have 1, 2, 53, 350, 70, 90, 400, 405, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. So 423. I hope I didn't say 424. I hope I said 423 because that is correct. But yeah. So this is all going to go to the bank, and I'm going to pay my mortgage. If you are brand spanking new, my mortgage is not $424 a month. I wish. It is $2,022 and change. My boyfriend, the way we have our bills split up is he pays me a flat rate $1,600. He did tell me that he was going to start paying for half of the pet insurance next month, so he'll be sending me $1,650, which is fabulous. He's not watching, but thank you if you are. But he sends me $1,600, and then I can do with that as I please. I am responsible for the internet, the electric, and the water and sewer bill, and then the rest of the mortgage. So I just choose to put it towards the mortgage and then budget everything else accordingly. So that is it for mortgage. My internet bill, now, I told you guys about this a few days ago. We did switch internet providers. So my monthly bill went from $85 to $45. But I will say that I didn't know about this, but we have had the internet now for a few days, and I noticed when I log into my portal that there's still nothing due. So I called them, and the lady basically explained that it could take like a week or two for them to set up the payment. I don't really understand this. She basically was like, the first month could be a little bit extra because you're paying for like these few weeks plus the next month. But I'm also like, why not just do it like prorated? So like count from the day that it was installed to the day to like a month, the same date next month, and just like back, like I'll just pay for like what we already used and the rest of this month, rather than like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, why do, like, that doesn't really make sense. But basically that's what she said was going to happen. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, 75, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 85 saved, because that's what my old internet provider was. We had Spectrum and we switched to Fidium because they just put the boxes out here where I live. So, but with that being said, I don't know how much it's going to cost extra. So I am just going to pull all of this out for now and just kind of hope that it's not this much, and whatever's left over, I'll just leave it. I'll pull it back out and I'll put it back into this envelope. It could be even more than this that I end up owing. I really don't know. So, I mean, I'll keep you guys updated for sure. But yeah, I'm going to do 85 for right now, just to be safe. I doubt that it's going to be like, but it could be like a month and a half, you know, so who knows. So we're going to be putting electric up here and down here because we should have more than I need for my bill. So my bill is $238 and change, so we'll do $239. So we have 100, 120, 40, 60, 80, 200, 220, 30, 40, 50, 65, 70, 71, 2, 3, and 74. So we have $274 here. Whoops. We need, so 274 minus the 239 that we need is $35. So we will put $35 into the bank, and then 200 and, sorry, wait, yeah, $239. Goodness gracious. We have 1, 20, 40, 60, 82, 220, 30, 40, 50, 65, 70, 1, 2, 3, yeah. 274 minus the 239 that I owe is 35. Okay, I just want to make sure that I don't mess things up because it's a lot. So 35 plus 65, this will all be going back into the tray regardless. Oops. And we can, I do apologize, I know my little magic erasers are so filthy, I need to get some new ones. But 35 and 65 makes 100, so we have $100 currently, or now, saved as a buffer for electric. Especially like, you know, when it's really cold in the winter and we have our pellet stove running all the time, and then when it's really hot in the summer and we have our ACs on all the time, sometimes it could end up being more than the $240 that I typically budget per month. So, I mean, obviously this month it cut it really close. So I did like overstuff with our magic month paycheck in order to bring our buffer up to 100, but it's good to be prepared in that sense. So for heat, we have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 15, 25, and 130. And this is all going to go to Ally into my high yield savings account to hopefully accrue some interest until we actually need to spend it. Our heat sources are pellets for our pellet stove and oil, so I'm not sure when the next time is that we're going to need to buy oil, but hopefully it's not for a while. So rather than keep the 130 in here, I might as well move it over to Ally. I can always transfer it back if we need it. Okay, so for water and sewer, we are putting all of this into the bank because this is not due for another 2 months. We currently have 175. But we are adding 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 15, 20, and 125 to our buffer that is currently in our Ally account. So 175 plus 125 brings that to an even $300, which is amazing, which is what I normally try to save within 3 months. So the fact that we are here already is awesome. I do sell these custom in the bank placeholders in my shop. You saw some IOUs previously, but I also sell these like IOUs. And I recently came out with the fully fundeds. These ones are flawed. They were a little bent when I received them from the printer, so I'm just using these ones myself, but obviously if you buy them, they will not have that, but we'll be using that today, so that's exciting. So we have $300 now saved for water and sewer, which is exciting. My phone bill is $60, so 20, 30, 45, 55, and 60 is gonna go to the bank. And I'm on a family plan right now, just while I am paying off my phone that is financed, which is why my plan is so high, but I just Venmo my mom, so I'll do that. So pet insurance, I am going to be getting pet insurance for the first time beginning this coming month, or once I unstuff this, I'll just pay for it. So we have 50, 70, 95, 96, 97, and 98. It is only 97 or 96 and change. I figured that out in our last video, but I'm still going to pull all this out because who cares? It's $1. I'll put it in my buffer. Car insurance is so we have 375 currently in the bank, and we're pulling out the rest of this. This isn't due until August, so everything that I save is going to go into the high yield account. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 105, 10, 15, 20, and 125. Hello. I'm going to unfold that. Okay. So 125 is what we're bringing to the bank. My handwriting is so bad right now. I'm trying to be fast. So plus 125 means that we have an even $500 in here. Wow, we are getting some nice even numbers with this unstuffing. I love that. So we have $500 in car insurance, which is lovely. So wash bill is my car wash membership. I did already pay this. We have 2 5s in here, so I'm just going to condense those with a 10. This is a monthly bill, but we are just ahead by a couple weeks on this, so I'm just gonna leave that in here. No point in transferring it if I'm just gonna have to transfer like $10 back. My car's registration though, we have 150 in the bank, and we are moving 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25 over to there as well. So we have 175 for our car insurance, or sorry, registration, which is also due in August. So that's nice. Okay. So my Flow Premium app for this one, you guys, I decided to just fully fund this. I think I said in the last video that this was due in October, but it's due in July, I think, or it renews in like June or July. So I'm glad I did this now because like whatever, but June, July, or August, actually, I don't really know, but sooner than October. So I decided instead of just doing $5 a week until I can fully fund that, I use part of my magic month paycheck to just fully fund this. So we should have 85, 20, 40, 65, 75, 80, and 85. Sorry, the dogs are barking at literally nothing. Like there's literally nothing out there and they're just losing their minds. So I apologize if you can see that or hear that. But I am going to take a fully funded slip and I am going to write that it is fully funded at $85. Fantastic. Okay. And now we don't have to worry about stuffing this for the rest of the year. Sam's Club, I am going to pull out. This is due in February, but rather than having the cash sit here, I might as well. So I am going to add another, where are they? Another, woo, custom in the bank. So we have 20, 45, 55, 60, and 65 that we are going to put in the bank until that is due. So that is 65. It's 120. It's like 110, I think, for the renewal, but I usually do 120. Just to be safe. I don't know. Fees or whatever. I don't know. So Sam's Club is good, and that is it for our bills binder unstuffing, which is crazy. That is so empty. Absolutely absurd. Okay, but we do need to unstuff my debt binder as well. So my Best Buy credit card, we made a total of $1,250 for payments this month. We already did $550, so this should be $700. 1, 2, 3, 4, 55, 50, 600, 620, 40, 60, 80, 95, and 700. Absolutely beautiful. So exciting. This is my last credit card. Well, I say that. My credit card with the biggest balance that I am currently really focusing on paying down. So that's why we're putting so much there, but $700 is going to go to that. My Care credit card is paid off right now. We will be using it for the next few months for my vet expenses. We'll see once my pet insurance actually kicks in how that's all going to work. But for my TJ Maxx credit card, we have 50, 70, 90, 100, 110, 25, 35, 45, and 46. $146. I did spend on this card. It was paid off this month, but I did spend on it. So we are doing the responsible thing now, and we are paying it off once again. So that it does not accrue any interest and we just don't hold a balance, essentially. Oh my goodness, I hate these folds. Okay, so that's that. My car payment, I'm just going to move what we have in here to my high yield savings account for now, but I do pay my dad back in $500 increments. That's just what he requested, and there's no like time limit, interest, or anything like that. So I'm trying to do it as quickly as I can, but we are obviously focusing on the Best Buy card right now because it does have an extremely high interest rate. I think it's like in the 30s, which is absurd. So don't get a Best Buy credit card. Just don't. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 25, 30, 5, 45, and 250 that I'm going to move over here. Hopefully I can save up the rest pretty quickly, or the rest of the first 500, and I'll do that 4 times to pay him back the full $2,000 that he lent me. So student loans, I need 500, 400 for personal, and 100 for federal. So we have 100, 52, 53, 5400, 420, 40, 60, 85, 95, and 500. Beautiful. Okay. Oops. Missed some 20s there. Alrighty. So, paying my brother back, we did $200 this month. So, 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 85, 95, and 200. Beautiful. And those are some nasty 5s, so those can go in the back. But I will, at the end of this, obviously, I'll just pull 200 in hundreds in cash and just give them to him the next time I see him, which will be in a couple days, actually. So, yeah. But that is my debt binder unstuffed. It is completely empty. Absolutely craziness. Okay, and next we have my business binder. So taxes, this is where a lot of money is going to be added to this tray here. So we have $245 currently in the bank, but we had so much cash this month that we are bringing back to the bank. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 2,000. 2,000, 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, and 130. You write that down. $2,130 is what we are bringing back to the bank. There's so many hundreds. We usually don't have that many, so that is exciting. But, okay. Which means that our new total that will be in the bank saved for taxes for next year, for 2025, but that we will be paying next year, whoops, is $2,375. Is that what we had? Why does that not sound right? Yeah, okay, that is what we had. So $2,375 is going to be in the bank for taxes after paying Q1. So we will continue saving between 25, typically 28 to 30% of each of my Etsy and YouTube paychecks. And then each quarter I pay, I think it's like $1,100 or $1,150 or something like that towards taxes. It could actually be $1,200 this year. I honestly don't quite remember, but we will be paying quarterly. So that's incredible to have after just paying Q1, the beginning of April. Amazing. Okay, so shipping, I am just going to pull, oh, I never wrote the 200 for my brother. Shipping, though, I am going to pull this 20 out and just transfer it over to my stamps.com account for labels. Speaking of stamps.com, I am going to just condense these two 5s for a 10 and just leave that in here. This one, just like my wash fill one, we are like 2 weeks ahead because I got a week ahead my 4th paycheck, and then I also stuffed it for our magic month. So we're a little bit ahead on this. This comes out at the end of the month, but typically before my condensing videos go, or I do my unstuffings. So I just got a little bit ahead so I can pull this out before it auto drafts. So supplies has 50, 70, 95, and 100. I didn't end up pulling this out, so I'm just going to do that now. So $100 for supplies, and I will order the things on my inventory list, which I desperately need to do, but yeah, okay. And then equipment has $10, so I will condense that with a 10. And then giveaways, we have 35 currently in the bank. We are adding 15. So 35 plus 15 is 50. So we will have $50 in the bank for my next cash giveaway, which I'm hoping will be at 15,000 subscribers. We are saving slowly now, but every dollar counts. So once we get closer to this, I will hammer down. I did $500 cash giveaway, which was like $50 for 10 people, I think, for my 10,000 subscriber giveaway. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that for 15K, maybe 20. We'll see. Hopefully. I mean, knock on wood, we can even get there, but we'll see. I'm going to do as much as I can. I will also be giving away, obviously, physical items from my shop. But that's it for my business binder. And that should be it for the bills unstuffing portion. So now we can condense and bring some more things to Ally. So I'll just zoom in over here. So the dogs have 100, 120, 30, 45, 55, 60, and 65. Let's do a 10 and 2 5s for a 20. And then let's just do a prettier 20. Just condense this one a little bit. We have some grooming appointments. Actually, speaking of, Actually, let's put these back and grab a 50. Yeah. Let's do that. So we still have 100, 50, 5, 60, and 165. I could condense those 5s into a 10 and a 5, but I'm just going to leave it. So we have 5 in Austin. Medical is empty. Car care has 2 5s. So we will replace those with a 10. Gifts has 10, 25, and 30. Let's condense it for a 20. Let's just do it. That's a pretty 20. 20 and a 10 makes 30 in gifts. I got one more week to save up the rest for Mother's Day. I have the supplies for what I need to make her the thing that I'm going to make her as well. But I still need things for cards for grandparents, Austin's parents and grandparents, and my mom, and then some flowers and stuff to make a meal. So we'll see if I can even get there by then. I might have to use some of my plasma money for that, but that's fine. So Christmas has $175 in the bank right now, and we are adding 20, 40, 55, 65, 75, and $80. So we now have $255 saved for Christmas, which is so exciting. So this video is going to be so long, you guys, but I really, clearly I'm, going quickly, as quick as I can, really, but there's just a lot to do. So we have $255. I do sell a bunch of different savings challenges that look like that in my shop if you guys are interested. Household has 10, 20, 35, 45, and 50. I'm just going to condense this a little bit. I'm going to do 2 5s for 2 5s and a 10 for a 20. These 5s are not even staying in there anymore. So we still have 20, 30, 45, and 50. Just having less small bills and less likely to just pull them for junk. Not that I do. I'm not saying that as if I do it all the time, but I mean, everyone's tempted, let's be honest. So it just helps cut that down a little bit. Personal is empty. Auntie just has 5, so that is fully condensed. Bridesmaid, I am going to pull all of this out, and then if I need to spend from it, I'll just transfer it back. I will be making the shirts soon, but the hair and makeup won't be due until June, and then obviously I can get the shoes, at least once my dress comes in and I can get it altered, I'll get some shoes, and then for the batch trip, I'll just pull more money. I'll just transfer money out for the batch trip, but I'm going to put it all in there for right now because I don't need the cash just sitting here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 50, 500, 520, 40, 60, 80, 90, 600, 610, and 615 that we are bringing to the bank. Okay, and that is it for condensing my sinking funds. I might need to take a little break here, at least for me. You guys won't need to take a break, but I might need to because my camera's probably gonna die, unfortunately. These are long videos and they don't handle very well. But manifest, we have $345 in the bank, and we are adding 50, 70, 90, 100, 110, 25, 35, and 140. So, in total for manifest, we have $485 saved. If you are new here, I do get questions about this often. This is for something that I'm trying to manifest for myself in my life. I'm not sharing what that is yet, just because I am trying not to jinx it. But when it does happen, I will let you guys know. I'll reallocate the money. A lot of people have guessed. Many have been incorrect. Many have been correct. So we'll see. New car has 15 in here. We're just starting out to kind of save up for this. So, we will pull that out, bring it to the bank. 15, whatever. Oh, I need an IOU. No, I don't. I need an in the bank. So 15, but that is still something. So better than nothing. I did just get a new car a couple weeks ago, so we're just saving up for the next one. Garage is going to need an in the bank as well. For my personal use for these ones, you guys, I just use the flawed ones. You might not even be able to tell that they're flawed because I am really particular about those, but there are tiny, tiny, tiny little flaws somewhere on them. So I just use those ones for myself. But we have 50, 70, 80, 95, 100, 105, 10, 15, 20, and 125. We again just started saving for this one recently, so nothing, I mean, 125 is not an insignificant amount by any means, so I don't want to say nothing crazy, but I'm trying to keep the prettier bills in the front for the condensing, but 125. Austin is planning on building a new garage sometime this summer, so I told him I would save up a little bit here and there and try to help him out. Emergency has 370 currently in the bank, and we have 20, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, and $80 that we are adding, which is exciting. Lots of fives. Okay. So $80, which brings our total to $450, which is another nice round number. $450. I like I was saying the other day, I really want to work on getting this one up once my debt is paid down. Okay, so home emergency, whoa, has 340 currently in the bank, and we have 10, 20, 35, 45, 55, and $60 that we are adding from saving up this month, which brings us to a nice even $400 for home emergency. We had to deplete this a while ago when our water heater broke, and then when we needed an extra like last minute unplanned unbudgeted oil delivery. So there's that. Okay, so now it is time to update my current retirement. So I'm fairly certain that this actually went down. I know it fluctuates, obviously, so I can't always have it be, you know, it's not always just gonna go up consistently. I do transfer $20 a week, so it's about $80 a month, $80 to $100 a month that I am contributing to my Roth. But we started, or around this time last month, we had $1,053.09, and look at that, it did go up. You know, I checked it a couple days ago and it wasn't, but again, it fluctuates. So we currently have $1,115.25. So that is a $62.16 difference, which is not bad. And now I also said that I wanted to start checking or keeping an update on my credit score. I do just use Credit Karma, and I'm gonna go with the higher one. What is today's date? So as of May 4th, my current credit score is, oh, it went up 8 points today. That's nice. So it's not great, okay, you guys, because remember, I have credit cards that are not looking good. I know, I'm working on it. I really, really, really am. Let's just see. Yep, no, they still haven't updated my TJ Maxx card. It still says that it's at 99% usage, which it is absolutely not. It's so irritating. They have my total debt are like $1,000 more than it actually is for credit cards, but it's between $662 and $679. So I'm gonna go with $679. I know I didn't write that very well, but just leave it. So doesn't matter. 679 is my current credit score. We are going to improve this over the course of the rest of this year, especially paying down my Best Buy credit card with the plan that I have. So with that being said, that is it for that. I do quickly need to condense my savings challenge, January, February, March, but April needs to be condensed. So we have 10, 20, 35, 45, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 50 in here. So look at those freaking fives, you guys. This is like not even staying in here. That's going to be so much fun to count. But we're going to put a 50 just in here. I am going to leave the cash in this one in particular for the year. But we are on to May. Whoops. And then this part takes a little while, you guys, so I do apologize, I know, but we are going to condense my baby binder and update the placeholders that are in here. So instead of doing the calculator thing, I'm just going to put the cash on the side that we are bringing to the bank and not put it in here until the end. So we have $5 that we have added into clothes. I know there's going to be a glare, but it's just easy for me. So 51 is what we started with. So 51 plus 5 is 56. So we have 56 saved for clothes. I'll update these off camera because I know that takes a while. So for diapers and wipes, we had 74 to start out with. And we are adding, oops, there's a 5 in there. Okay. So we're adding 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Got to remember to just put it over there. So in total, we have $87 saved for diapers and wipes. Thank goodness. That'll get us like 6 diapers. I'm just kidding, but not really. So that's what we have, whoops, in there. Now for equipment and furniture, we started with 51 and we added 1, 2, 3. So we have 54 in here now. 54, I wrote that really bad. I apologize. Actually, I'm just gonna write this part just so that we can do a total at the end. 87, 54. Okay. So, extracurricular activities started with 35. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 38 in here. I'm trying to go quickly, you guys. 38. And then, okay, big one. So medical started with 161. And I think there's some bigger ones in here. Okay. So we are adding 10, 20, 25, 26, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 40. So we have $201 in medical. I was really trying to work this one up this month. So 201 is in here. I'm happy about that. Okay, so for first car, we started with 60 and we added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in here. Just trying to make it a little bit easier for myself come the count at the end. So we have 67. I need to pay attention. And I'm getting marker all over my finger, but 67 is in first car. And then savings started with 67. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we are ending this month with 73. $73 for savings. And did I put that over here or over here? I hope I put it over there. So for college fund, we started with 70. Okay, I'm really nervous because I just looked up and saw that it said that I ran out of storage or like filming time on my camera. So I don't know when it stopped filming, and that's really scary. But medical had 201. First car had 607, savings had 73, college fund had 87, and then I mentioned this a few videos ago, but I have some new categories that I made some new envelopes for. The emergency one, this wasn't actually an envelope, this was a tracker that I literally just turned into an envelope. I just cut it, so no wonder it is not holding together because that's literally not what it was intended for. But I made myself some new ones. And I have some new categories. So we have emergency, which I'll replace with that. I also added school supplies, birthdays, and childcare. All ideas that I got from Budget with Amanda. Is this like tilted? Excuse me, sorry about that. I got all these category ideas from Budget with Amanda. She also has a baby binder, and she has a lot more categories that I hadn't really thought of. So I just made those, and I'll just update the totals on the backs of them. That's kind of just what my plan is. So we started emergency with 181, and we are adding 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and $10. So we have 191 to finish off this month. So 191. Then I'll do like that, and then I'm just gonna write 191 right there. Probably should have done it over there, but whatever. So we're gonna add up what we are actually bringing to the bank, lots of ones, for the baby binder this month, and then I'll do a final tally, like total of what we have saved. I know we have like $760 in the bank right now, so I might have added, actually I could just do that, 760, and then we're adding 10, 25, 35, 40. Goodness, this is a thick stack. 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. 61, 62. 62, 63, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 81, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90, 91, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 99. Oh my gosh. 99 is what we are adding to the baby binder, bringing our baby savings total for our future children to $859. I'm going to put this away into the tray. My camera's going to die, so blink and I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. I waited as long as I could to let the battery charge up as much as I could. But before we count all of this cash, this absurd amount of fives, like, oh my gosh. And we have a bunch of hundreds, a bunch of ones. Like, these are all coming out of the stack. That's crazy. I just want to do a little bit of math to see how much we should have in total. So we have for my bills, 423, 85, 239, 60, 98, 700, 146, 500, 2, 3, and 20. So for bills alone, we should be at 2,571. Of course, that is with the full payment of actually, never mind. Oh yeah, that's with double paying my brother back and $100 for supplies. So it's a little more than we typically have. Obviously, Best Buy is a bigger monthly payment this month as well, and we are paying on my TJ Maxx card. But aside from that, for what we are bringing just to my Ally high yield savings account, 35, 130, 125, 125, 25, 85, 65, 250, 2,000, 2,130, 15, 80, 615, 140, 15, 125, 80, 60, and 99. Holy crap. 4,199. I'm going to quickly breeze through that one more time just to make sure. Okay, we are big advocates for double checking your math over here. So, oh my gosh, my freaking iPad's gonna die. Okay, all over the place. So 2,571 plus 4,199 means that in total, in cash right here, we should have $6,770. That is crazy. That is like the most that we have had for an unstuffing in so long. I know a lot of it is taxes, and obviously, but I mean, isn't it great that like over half of it is going into savings? Although, yes, some of it's for taxes, some of it's for like long-term bills and bills buffers and everything, but a lot of it is like over half of what we are pulling out this month is going into my high yield savings account. So at least for a while, it will be accruing interest in there. That is so amazing. But we do need to count it to double check to make sure that everything is right. And I am a little nervous. This is always like the most nerve-wracking part because sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes we mess something up and our math was wrong at some point. Oh my gosh, look at those fives. Guys, I don't even know if I can hold this wad of cash right here. Oh my gosh. Are you joking? That's crazy. That's actually absurd. Like, that's actually not okay. Look at that. Like that. I'm gonna have this is not gonna fit into my bank envelope. I'm gonna need to put this in like a freezer bag, like a gallon bag. Oh my gosh. That's actually crazy. Can we even fan it? I mean, we can, but it's not gonna show like nearly. Oh my gosh. This is the thickest stack I think I've had, at least in a very, very long time, if not ever. There are so many 5s. It's like actually, I can't even get like a nice pretty fan. So sorry thumbnail, it's gonna be disappointing. But holy crap. That is absurd. Okay, enough of that, enough of that. We need to count it. And this is a scary part. Cedric, I know, Cedric just sighed a little bit like, oh, here we go. Okay, let's do this. So for hundreds, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I don't even want to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 2, 3, and 3,400. $3,400 in just hundreds. Like, basically half in just hundreds. That's crazy. For 50s, we have 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 51,000, and 50. Okay, so we're already over half, which makes me feel a little bit better. Okay, we're good, we're good. Okay, so for 20s, we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 8,500, 5, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 7, 20, 40, 60, 88, 20, 40, 60, 8,900, 9, 20, 40, 60, and 980. I took some pauses in there because some of those 20s are like really like new and pretty and fresh, and they stuck together on me previously. So I want to just make sure that I'm counting them correctly. Okay, so for 10s, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 93, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 400, for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 500, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 96, 6, 10, 20, and 6, 30. 6, 30, and 10s. Now these 5s are going to be freaking crazy. Absolutely crazy to count. So bear with me. I need to break it up into a couple little stacks. Ceddy Bear's walking all around here. Okay. So we're already at 6,060 and we need 6,770. So let's hope. Gosh, that doesn't sound very good. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 55, 60, 5, 75, 85, 95, 100. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 200. A lot of these 5s are like brand new as well. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 5, 45, 55, let me just, 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 300, 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 400, 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 70, 5, 85, 95, 500, cutting it close, 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 600, 605, 10, 15, 20, and 625. Okay. We need 85 ones, I think. We're at 6,685, and we need 6,770. So 15 to 700, and then 70, 85. Hopefully that's what we have here, you guys. I'm scared. I'm scared. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 50. 51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 76, 7, 8, 9, 80, 81, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, wow. Like literally like a weight. I felt the weight lifted from my shoulders. $6,770. We unstuffed this correctly. Our math was right. We didn't screw anything up. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, April is done, you guys. I am going to, off camera, of course, literally just bring this whole stack of money to the bank. 100 of it, some of it like, okay, I'll quickly explain the situation. So obviously everything that's going to Ally is going to go into my checking account, and then all of these categories here already have separate buckets in my Ally high yield savings account. So I'm going to do a transfer of the $4,199. And when I transfer it, it allows me to spread it out between the categories. So when it does withdraw from my checking account and get into the Ally account, it will automatically all be separated out where it needs to go, which I love Ally so much. There is a link in the description to sign up if you're interested. And then my shipping, supplies, and phone will all also go into my checking account. I'll Venmo my mom for my phone bill. I will transfer the $20 from shipping over to my stamps.com, and then I will buy my needed supplies for my shop with that 100. My house bills, I have my checking account, my local federal credit union lets me do, they call them club accounts, but they're basically buckets just like Ally, so I can separate my money between, I don't just have checking and savings. I have a club account for my house bills, so my mortgage, internet, and electric, and then water and sewer when I need it go in there. I will probably also put my pet insurance in there just for now, and then I also have one for my debt and loans. So I have my Best Buy, my TJ's card, my student loans, yada yada. I also have one for my Etsy paychecks that go in there. I have my YouTube paycheck one that goes in there, a couple miscellaneous here and there. But yeah, that's how I will spread it out off camera, and I'll pay my bills, and I'm so stinking excited. But thank you guys so much for sticking around with me. I really hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up, leave a yellow heart in the comments to show your support for the channel, and of course, subscribe. We are creeping right up on 14,000 subscribers. I'm so excited. So thank you guys so much for supporting me. Check back in on Tuesday, you guys, for our first paycheck cash stuffing of May. And yeah, with all that being said, thank you so much for sticking around with me, and I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day, week, month, year, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.